Played in the NFL for 11 years. Almost half of them made a Pro Bowl. He'll get Hall of Fame votes. Fox Sports NFL analyst Antonio Cromartie is now joining us live. So let's get right to it. The Jets are bad, really bad. Their schedule's one of the toughest. If they ended up with the number one pick, I like Sam Darnold, but Trevor Lawrence is out there. Would you, if you ran the franchise, bail on Darnold and get Trevor Lawrence?
No, I would not. And the reason I said that, I think Sam Darnold is a franchise quarterback. He can go out and give you everything that he needs to. They don't have the weapons on the outside, and I feel like this is a similar situation to having Mark Sanchez back in 2009, 2010, and then you go into 2011, 2012, where they didn't give him the weapons that he needed to be around him to be successful. You have a head coach that doesn't know how to use one of the best running backs in the NFL, and Le'Veon Bell, and he just don't seem to have any clue about what he wants to do with this football team at all.
Adam Gase, he's struggling to get along. We had another player come out this week. Two of them, Avery Williamson, said practices are slow. Is this a reality with Gase that maybe he just doesn't get along with enough good players?
I'll put it like this. I feel like the only reason Adam Gase is getting the job is because of Peyton Manning. He's getting the leeway of Peyton Manning giving him his blessings of being a great coach, which is not the key. It hasn't been a great coach since he's been a head coach. And I think the thing about having him with star players, he wants to be the face of the franchise. He doesn't want anybody else to be the face of the franchise. He wants it to be where if they're having success, it's all about Adam Gase and how he's did things and how he's changed everything around in the organization, and not about the guys that are actually out on the football field and going through the plays and doing the things they need to try to do.
Well, it also hurts him that Ryan Tannehill is actually better since he left Adam Gase. Now, I mean, it really actually hurts him because Kyle Shanahan can be tough, but quarterbacks get worse when he leaves. Tannehill's now better since leaving Miami. Now, I want to ask you about Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. I think they've looked great. Are you surprised with no preseason at all that rookie quarterbacks, those two have been this good?
Well, I just think when you look at Joe Burrow and you look at Justin Herbert from last week, I mean, they're still making mistakes that a rookie would make, but overall, it's very minimum. They're making the throws that they need to make. Thing I would take away from Herbert, I wish he would have on that 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4. I wish he would have go ahead and scramble for the 10 yards and got the first down rather than throw an interception on that play. But overall, these two guys are coming in and playing at a very high level, and it's sometimes unexpected, especially with no offseason. Not being able to be around the guys and go through the offense the way they needed to. Had somewhat of a training camp, but wasn't a training camp where it was like, oh, I'm going to install everything that I need to install. But these guys here are showing that the offseason is not really big to have, and these guys are going out and just being special. Yeah. That's exactly what they are.
Yeah, no, I think you make a great point. For years and years, coaches told me we've got to have a preseason. Well, hell, you don't even have to have a good preseason for rookie quarterbacks. They don't need it, so how much do veterans need it? Now, I want to talk about a couple of old guys, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. Let's talk Brady. Pretty rough in week 1, much better in week 2. What is your prediction kind of for Tom Brady, the offense, going forward? Do you think it's going to work?
I believe it is, but you got to think about Bruce Arians' offense and how his offense is. His offense is a down the field, throw the ball deep, big play type offense. Tom Brady didn't have that. Tom Brady was a guy that was going to create the mismatches and throw to the guys that created those mismatches. And then most of his balls were thrown down the middle of the field to Gronk, to Julian Edelman, and those guys. And you can see that similarity, what he wants to try to do. Bruce Arians wants to get the ball down the field, but Tom is like, look, we can drive down the field, dink and dunk them, and then take chunks when we need to. And, I think they have to just get back to that standpoint with Tom Brady before he can feel comfortable and not let him throw the game away.
Drew Brees did not look good on Monday night. It was a lot of dink and dunk. They didn't throw the ball down the field, half the completions to running backs. Do you think he has anything left in the tank, Antonio?
100%. I just think he's missing Michael Thomas. And he's missing his star receiver that can be out there. You got to think, Emmanuel Sanders had one catch, and it was 4 minutes left in the game, or something like that. That was left in the game. He finally got his first catch as a Saint in that game. So it's just a point of just understanding what he's trying to do and the adjustments that he tried to make with missing his star receiver.
I said this. Organizations make decisions before they tell you. They move off you. And I said with Baker Mayfield, this GM didn't draft him. This coach didn't. He inherited him. And I look at Baker Mayfield. The next 3 weeks, he faces Washington, Indianapolis, and Pittsburgh. They're the top 3 pass rushes in the league, and Baker has struggled against good pass rushes. I believe if he struggles the next 3 weeks, they have made a decision, we're moving off him. Do you buy that?
Oh, 100%. Unless something happened in November, December, and they have a chance to make the playoffs. But I'm just, when you're looking at it, the kid has all the weapons. You can't say he don't have anyone around him. From the running backs with Hunt, with Chubb, having Odell Beckham, having Jarvis Landry, and those guys around him. There's no excuses why he shouldn't be going out there and playing at a very high level and doing the things that he needs to try to do. Played a very bad Cincinnati defense. They won the game, but I need him to step up in games, like you say, against these top pass rushing defenses and see what he can do from there.
Yeah. Antonio Cromartie, great having you on. We appreciate you stopping by the show, bud.
I appreciate you for having me on.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.